31 book reviews in 31 days. We've made it to day 31! Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I've reviewed 31 books in 31 days, and yes, we went up and down. You know, it was mainly fantasies and thrillers, had some middle grade in there, even threw in a memoir in there, just a little razzle dazzle, and I enjoyed every second of it. But for now, we're going to take a break. I caught you guys up with quite a few of the books that I read in the last year, and I love that for all of us, especially because maybe you guys will go and pick up these books and enjoy like a new read and, you know, find a new favorite author, or, you know, can just enjoy critiquing them. Who knows? But it is amazing. And the final book is more so two books, because I read the second book last year after I read the first book and fell in love with it. And that is the 6 Crimson Crane series by Elizabeth Lim. Guys, this is such an amazing series. Like, have you ever read a book and then from the moment you read that book, you know that the author is going to be a favorite because the book was so beautiful? That's what 6 Crimson Cranes did for me, to the point that I'm just like, Elizabeth Lim, I need to read every book you have written because this was so great. So let me give you a bit of a summary of the first book, and then we'll speak on The Dragon's Promise, which is what I actually read in 2023. So I read this towards the end of 2022, and then like I pre-ordered this book immediately. So when it came, I was just like, I have to read you. Basically, it's about a young girl named Shiori, and she is a princess in her kingdom. She is one of 7 and the only girl, because she has 6 brothers and she's the only girl. And the book starts basically with her, like, you know, preparing for her engagement, because she's been engaged to be married to a guy from another kingdom. And, you know, she's not too hyped about it, but she's just like, ugh, it's all right, because she kind of enjoys her freedom and she loves her family. And basically, she discovered that she had powers, but then magic is outlawed in the kingdom, so she has kept it under wraps with her, you know, with herself. And she kind of manifested it by making like this paper bird come to life, this origami bird come to life, and he's been her companion. And so basically, you know, she's just going about life, and then she kind of like threw herself in a lake accidentally, or got pulled in a lake accidentally, and then got saved at the beginning of the book. And then they're just like, come on, Shiori, you're gonna be married, get it together. And basically, she discovers that her stepmother also has magic powers. And then her stepmother sees that. She discovers, so the stepmother says, ah, we can't have that, can we? Stepmother puts a curse on her and her siblings, because stepmother put a curse on her. And then when she kind of revealed it to her brothers were going to save her. And she said, well, everybody gotta go. So the stepmother turned her brothers into cranes, and basically the stepmother put like a bucket on Shiori's head so that no one can recognize her. So like the father knows that he has like sons and a daughter, but the sons have gone missing and he can't find his daughter. So it's basically a menace. So even if they hear her speak, they can't recognize it's her. And so she now gets sent off, because the stepmother did this to her and then sent her off. And then so now she's living this life, but then she's just like, I have to figure out how to break this curse and save my brothers and get my stepmother away from my father, because so a lot is going on. And when I tell you guys, this book, not just this book, the entire series is stunning, because so many things happen in this book, but then a lot of things also get revealed that we were not expecting in this book. And the relationships in this book, I think, are one of the most beautiful things, not just this book, but in the second book, because throughout the entire series, a very, very heavy theme which is focused on is the theme of family. And I'm just like, wow, it's so, so beautifully written. And you know what was so interesting about this book is, do you see the lovely covers, you know, and how beautiful it is? Somehow the covers translated to the book. I'm just like, I know covers can represent a book, but I've never seen a cover represent a book in the way that this did, if that makes sense. As in, the cover is, you know, it's light and it's pastel-y and it's very, very like just beautiful. That's very much the book. Like, it felt like the pastels were written in the book. I don't know how to describe it, in the sense that the language used, it was very lyrical, and it was very, very sweet and creative and colorful. I loved it so much. Like, this book, the first book was great because of the adventures that we went on, but the second book kind of just doubled down. Like, a lot of new characters were introduced, but then like they were all integral to the story. So it wasn't just we had characters just to have them. No, no, no. Everyone was integral to the story. They had a part to play, and everything was built up from the second book. Like, it flowed really, 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 really well. And I think what I really enjoyed in this book as well is how we moved from one setting to another. So we got to kind of explore more of this world, and we kept that same like amazing descriptions going out throughout the entire book. It was just so, so good, guys. And wow, the stakes in this book were very, very high, but I was rooting for everyone. I'm just like, guys, we can do this, we can do this. And the thing is, there were some side effects from the first book, and they all translated into the second book. There were also some, like, you know, mysteries that were left open in the first book, and everything got wrapped up in the second book. I was just like, I love that we weren't left with any plot holes. We weren't left with any, like, mystery. Like, we were left with a mystery, but it wasn't kind of like a mystery directly related to the story being told. It was more so kind of like, I wonder, because this character got introduced and because we see this happen, I kind of wonder, like, what's happening. And so it was so, so good. This book, these books, there was just something about them that just made me say, you know what, I am in love so much. Like, do you see how speechless I am? That's how beautiful they are. And I really wanted, like, the story to continue, because we got everything wrapped up beautifully, but it's kind of just like, I would love to see us go further. Like, let's see in the future what has happened, you know, as a result of what happened in the first two books, because a lot of sacrifices were made, and it really tugged at your heartstrings. Like, this book really, really played on your heartstrings. Like, you had sympathy for every single person, and that it really kind of, like, if you are not an empathetic person, then this book will pull it out of you. You really felt for them. And whew, I just kind of liked the support that Shiori found in this book from not just her family, but the people around her. And the adventures, the magic system, I actually really enjoyed the magic system as well. Like, it was kind of like light fantasy. I would say it was light fantasy mixed with high fantasies in certain aspects, especially in the second book when we go to a different kind of, like, realm, like, not in their kingdom. And that realm had way more magic than, you know, what we're used to. And so that was very, very adventurous. So the bouncing back from setting to setting to setting in the second book really, really had us going. Like, it was just like, yes, this is what we're waiting for. We want more magic. And it was lovely. So you know what? This series, go and pick it up. Go and pick it up. As we end my 31 book reviews in 31 days, we're ending with one of the best series I have read and one of my favorite series ever. It's a completed series, which is why I ended with this, so you guys don't have to really, really wait for anything. But truly one of the very, very best that I love and enjoy and implore you to pick up. But yeah, guys, that is the end of our 31 books in 31 days. If you have been here from the beginning, wow, I love you. Thanks for sticking it out. If you haven't been here from the beginning, then go and check out the other reviews. But yeah, do be sure that, you know, you go and pick up these books and, you know, show your love and support to Elizabeth, because it's great. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do something like this again, because I'm actually worn out, but I am really happy that I did it. And I hope that you enjoyed the reviews, and I hope that you found some new favorite authors and new books that you would like to pick up. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.